Dear Hollywood, can you please make a movie based in or around the Byzantine Empire? Come on, it would sell, trust me. If you're looking for violence, action, sex, scandalous affairs, more violence, then look no further. I guarantee you'll get butts in the seats. Think of it like Rome the sequel, just with more of an Eastern flavor. Sorry about that, guys. That was just my desperate plea for Hollywood to make some, real action-packed historic movies. I really wish they would open up a book and look into this empire for a change. It gets tiresome seeing the same old Roman story played over and over again. I think we need to change it up. It's just my 2 cents. Anyways, let me get to the main, subject at hand here. Diversity in the Byzantine world. That's right. So the Byzantines, who call themselves Romans, they're always Romans. They're Eastern Roman Empire. They're made up of Greeks, mostly Greeks. Yes, there were Greeks all over what's now modern Turkey and parts of Syria, along with other ethnic groups. Why is this relevant, and why am I rambling about it? Well, you see, with such a imperial mentality, even them, the Romans, the Byzantines, knew absorbing populations through conquest would benefit them in the long run. Much like here in the U.S., we didn't absorb people. Some people came here willingly, others by force, and generations after generations of hardship finally, assimilated into the culture here. Not everything was perfect, but, some people thrived, and some people are just getting to that point, but you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, some would say we're lacking in that today, this day and age. People are terrified of multiculturalism and it attacking their values. But that's for another story. Diversity in the Byzantine world. That's what I'm trying to get here. The different ethnic groups that made up the empire. So, there's a little known fact that most of the prominent Byzantine emperors or generals were either half or partial Armenian. There was that's practically neighbors almost. So, it would make sense that you would have a lot of, flow of Armenian people in and out of the empire. Yes, the Armenians, they didn't just fill in the ranks of the military, but, they also held great office positions in the empire, government and, like I said, later emperors. To name a few, Leo the Armenian, if you couldn't guess, who was actually half Arab as well. Heraclius, he was another winner. And Basil the First and Second were either half or partial Armenian, or even full Armenian. Another guy, Romanus Le Capino, he was a Byzantine Armenian. And then it stopped there. One of my favorite emperors wasn't Armenian, but Syrian. That's right. You had a few ethnic Arabs that settled in the empire and also rose to either become saints, patriarchs, and emperors at times, leading men in positions. Leo the Syrian, a guy who I have tattooed on my arm, he was a pretty big deal, big shot emperor, kind of, rose up the ranks through being a farmer, kicked ass and take names, And he was a Semitic Arab from a region that was part of Turkey today, but was, occupied by a lot of, Syrian Arabs. Another possible Arab emperor was Nicephorus I. He was a Ghassanid. Now, the Ghassanids were a northern Arabian tribe, which is in today's Yemen, and they kind of had the empire's back. They were like the support if someone tried to overrun that region and forced their way through the borders. You had a Jewish quarter, Latins, people from the Caucasus, and so on and so forth. It was a big world, and borders were a lot less restrictive as they were today. I think what made this successful for the bigger empires is simply when you include smaller groups, tribes of people, into the bigger picture, then everybody thrives. But yes, there is a but. Outsiders should respect and follow the laws of the lands. Because, they were invited, so, it only, makes sense. That would, be the best outcome for anyone, in my opinion. While the Byzantines did eventually collapse, their influence obviously spread across the lands that they occupied and into the surrounding areas, and it spread through culture, history, and religion. I can't think of many parallels regarding this topic compared to the United States, but I will leave off on this. America still has potential. It was, after all, built by hardworking immigrants, people from different countries. My only wish is that the newcomers to this country will share our, American values, and together, kind of make us all thrive, despite these dark times. And there you have it. It was a half history lesson, half we should all come together. It's wishful thinking. It's like my favorite word now, wishful thinking. I don't know. That's just me trying to relate what happened in the past could, maybe influence the works of today. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. And until next time, peace.